So you want to hire a domestic staff and you don't know where or how to start. Don't worry, I'm here to help you. One thing many people do is hire blindly. They just want to get the person, interview the person, and just make the person start immediately. That's not how it works. Like I said, I've got you. Hi there, welcome to a fantastic new season of the House Gist. Thank you so much for sticking with me in season one. You were listening to my voice, now you're seeing me. Yes, this is me, Jojo, in 4D, like you say. So, this season two promises to be very exciting. There's a lot of topic I'll be going on and on with you, and we'll be talking about so much in terms of working with domestic staff in our home, building good relationship with them, and everything. Well, let's jump into today's topic. What are the things to do and consider when you want to hire a domestic staff? Number one, you need to understand your needs. What do you want? Are you looking for a nanny? Are you looking for a chef? Are you looking for a housekeeper, a driver? You need to know your needs. Do you want a living staff or a live out? Someone who comes maybe at 7 in the morning and closes at 5 in the evening or 6 in the evening. What are the main responsibilities and working hours? Do you want someone that will work on weekends or work late nights? Say, for example, you have a newborn baby, you have a baby, not necessarily newborn, you have a baby and you're working. Do you need a night nanny, someone who would work throughout the night or and handle the night feeding? Is that what you're looking for? Do you want a nanny who is trained with special needs children? That is also something you should look into. How many years of experience are you looking for? That is one thing a lot of people always miss out when hiring. They don't look at experience, they just want someone who they feel can do house chores and take care of children without even asking about the experience. Have you worked? How many years have you worked with children? How many children have you worked with? And things like that. So that is very, very, very important. A well-defined job descriptions attracts the right candidate and helps you avoid a mismatch. And it narrows down your expectation on what you are looking for. So the next thing I'll say is prepare a fair compensation package for the person. Looking at the way things are in Nigeria right now, I would say a fair compensation for your domestic staff, either live in or live out, should start from at least 60,000 naira. For livings, from 60,000 naira, being that they are living in your house and they really don't have to pay transport fares to places. But for live out staff, you should think of something higher, maybe from 90,000, because these people will be paying transport fare all the way to your place. They are paying their rent, their bills are being handled by themselves, and so much. So for live out staff, you should think of something higher. For living staff, being that they eat in your house, they sleep, they do everything there. But regardless, these people also have family they are taking care of. So the pay should at least start from about 60, let's just leave it at minimum wage, 70,000 naira upwards. But a lot of people would still say, oh, that is too much. It's not too much in today's Nigeria. Trust me on that. And also, when you are considering their compensation, are you giving them health insurance? Would you be the one to cover up their bills when they are not feeling well? If you're not putting up health insurance, what happens when they fall sick? Will you be handling that? Because we know going to the hospital is also really expensive. So those are the things you should put into consideration when you're putting together a fair compensation package for your domestic staff. So now we move on to finding the candidates. Once you have come up with the idea of the kind of person you are looking for to hire, it is important to start searching. So you ask me, where do you search? For me, yes, one place I always ask first from friends and family. And friends and family, oh, do you have anyone you wish to recommend for me for the job? I'm looking for this kind of person. Do you have a candidate? But wait, let me not speak from my own understanding. Let's speak from research on the places you can search. Ask for personal referrals. Just like I said, yes, ask for personal referrals from sometimes personal recommendation usually yields the best results as these people recommended have worked with either the person you're asking from or their neighbors or someone they know. So this person is kind of trusted within a circle which you know. Okay, use reputable agencies. This is important. There are so many agencies right now. Many of them are not registered. You see, everyone, sorry, everyone is literally an agent for domestic staff. There are plenty, so many. And the annoying thing is that many of these agents work closely with this staff to rip off the people looking for domestic staff. So it is important that you look for a reputable agency that is registered. Yes, there are a lot. There are lots. Many of them don't make noise. I don't know. They don't advertise themselves. It's you who you are looking for that you have to go and dig to go and look for them. So that is one place you should look for. Also, when in terms of, I'm going back to referrals now. Aside family and friends, you know that you could also ask your pediatrician. They could know somebody, it could be the matron in the hospital where your children use, your children's teacher. Yes, you could ask your children's teacher if you are looking for like a nanny. Those are like the people you could ask. You could ask your children's teachers, your pediatricians, your what's it called, the matron or nurses in the hospital. These people would actually give you good recommendation. And if you belong to a WhatsApp group, I would say Facebook group is too wide, but a close niched WhatsApp group, maybe with secondary school or university friends, classmates, you could also ask there for referrals. You always get something good. So moving forward, after getting your candidate from either referrals or agency, it's time to schedule a phone interview. Why phone interview, you ask? Phone interview, it's really important because this way you would give the person your expectations. You get to know the person and what the person wants. During the phone interview, pay attention to the conversation flow with the person and their personality if it matches what you are looking for. And also, here, some important details should be asked: their years of experience, previous job, how much they are looking at getting paid, and what they are looking for in terms of day offs. Yes, day offs is very important. Aside day off, also holidays, because most people would always want to go home for Christmas, New Year, or maybe Easter. So you should always ask these important questions during the phone interview. Also, during the phone interview, you should let them know about your family, how many people are in your household, your lifestyle. Are you the ones that keep late nights? Maybe after the children have gone to bed, you should let them know, okay, this is what you should expect, that maybe I mostly have my meetings at night, so you'll be the one caring for the children at certain point in time. You should let them know your children's needs as well and what they'll be working with. And also, it is very important that you discuss your parenting style with them. Are you the gentle parenting type, or the one who is a disciplinarian who would always send your child to the naughty corner and things like that? So you should let them know, this is my parenting style and this is what I want in terms of discipline. You are the one that wants to give them the right to smack your child or send them to the naughty corner, scream at them. Let them know all of this during the phone interview. That way, you save time and the candidate from coming from an in person interview. Moving forward, so during the phone interview, you've interviewed about 3 or 4 people, and maybe you've narrowed down to 1 or 2 that you think communicated well with you. It's time for an in-person interview. This in-person interview could be at your home or at a restaurant of your choice, or it could be at a park where you feel more comfortable to interview this person. This particular interview should take at least 30 to 45 minutes. Reason being that you want to read the body language of the person you are interviewing, their interaction, and all those little things. So during this interview, 4 questions that are very important during this interview: their start date, when are they willing to start, how soon, you should state how soon you want the person to start. So that is one question. Hours of work, will the person be working round the clock, or will the person be working, say, from 6 in the morning till about 8 at night when the children go to sleep? Sorry, I keep saying children because most people are always looking for nanny with children. Well, you have domestic staff. Okay, let's give example. When you're saying hours of work for nanny, you'll be working from, you state it, okay, maybe you'll be working from 6 to about 8 p.m., 6 a.m. to about 6 p.m., but with breaks in between. Also, for maybe housekeeper, probably be working from the same 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. till about 8 p.m. when after everybody has gone to bed to do the final cleaning, but then there are also breaks in between. Then we now move on to the driver. Someone like a driver, maybe the driver starts from 7 in the morning and closes 6 in the evening. Then for chef, the chef will definitely have 3 sessions in a day. Maybe your breakfast should be served by 7 a.m. or 7:30 in the morning, depending on when you're leaving the house. Lunch should also be served at a certain time, and dinner maybe 7 p.m. max. So you should state all these working hours. Then you're working, after setting the working hours, you set your working expectations and routine, how you want the house to look. Maybe in the morning you work for 3 hours, afternoon another 2 to 3 hours, and evening 3 hours. You just set out a routine and how the person wants the salary to be paid. Some people always want, maybe um I know I've seen where some staff will tell you, okay, just give me 50% into one account and 50% into another account, or the employer keeps 50% and gives the staff 50%. Some people have arrangements, so you need to know that arrangement of what they want their salary to be, if it's full, half, or paying twice in the month. Okay, then we now move on to health and medical. Like I said previously, you discuss this. If you're my living staff or leave out staff. I'm going to pay your health insurance, or there's no health insurance, but whenever you're sick, take responsibility of your medical bills, or your medical bills is on you. But I just feel, for my opinion, especially for living staff, I feel you should actually get a health insurance package for your living staff because it will come in handy. I'm speaking from experience. At this point, you should tell them about their living accommodation. If you do the interview at your place, you could show them where they'll be staying. But if they're not staying at your place, you could show them where they'll be staying. Or it's a room inside the house. Maybe you'll be sharing it with another staff. Or it's the boys' quarters, which is maybe behind the house, and you would be sharing it with another staff, or you'll be staying in the whole room alone. And some people also let their nannies stay in the same room with their children. So you discuss their living accommodation, that is for living staff, with them at that point. Then you also discuss time off and holidays. Time off, will you be going off twice a month or once a month? What is the time? Is it from Friday to Sunday, or Friday to Monday morning, or Saturday to Monday morning, or Saturday to Sunday? So you discuss all of this during the interview. So once all of this is done, then you now dive into the main interview questions. So number one, like they always ask us when we go for formal interview, why did you leave your last job? The latest gist we've been hearing now, oh, my former staff relocated. Okay, can I have the number? I don't have the number anymore. They've changed their number. It's a lie. Some of them are just running away. Well, moving on. We won't be discussing that now. We're just saying I'm just telling you things to ask. Well, how long have you worked in this field? Maybe if it's a driver, if it's a cook, or if it's a housekeeper or a nanny, how long have they worked? 1 year, 2 years? Just let them, it's just let you know how long they've worked. Then you ask about receiving feedback, because many domestic staff, when you give them feedback, many of them don't take it well. They see it's like you're shouting at them or just being nasty. Sometimes it's also your tone that makes them feel bad or less of a person. So you should also ask them how they take feedback. I'll just read out the question. How do you receive feedback and input on your job performance? Are you open to changing things based on feedback? This is very important so that they don't hold a grudge that, oh, Madam didn't like the way I did this thing. I'm not going to do it again, or I will just avoid that. So this is one very important question you should ask. Then ask about what their response will be in terms of an emergency. I know we Nigerians, that is one thing we don't always put in mind. Emergencies, we don't create space for emergencies, but it is very important. You never know. Okay, when you say emergency, maybe a child suddenly falls ill and you are not around. What will be their response? Or for the driver, maybe something happened to the car outside, or there's a house fire. What will be their response? Will the person just freeze? Or yeah, this, you should also ask this. Then the final questions you always ask an interview. Do you have anything else to ask me? They always say no. Please be persistent. Ask and ask. Do you have anything to ask me? Make sure they ask you one or two questions. It is important. So after you've picked the right candidate, what's the next thing? Background check up. Do a comprehensive background checkup. Oh, if you're hiring from an agency, most agencies always have do this background check where they go get their referees, their address. you need to verify the person's address. Thank God for NIN right now. Like, the Nigerian government really, we give it to them on this. Kudos to them for making NIN compulsory for everybody. I always collect NIN. The first thing, once I'm employing somebody, please, can I have your NIN? At least in your NIN, you cannot lie about your address. So you make sure you collect the NIN. You could contact the previous employer. That is if they give you the contact, because many of them would always withhold the contact or give you their friend's number to act like their previous employer. So get the previous employer's contact and just put up a friendly phone call and ask about this person and all of that. Check candidates' current address and their reference, their guarantor. I think there are agencies right now doing all those things, doing background check. There are a lot of agencies in Nigeria that have sprung up in the past 1 to 2 years doing background check for domestic staff. Continuous monitoring and regular updates on these checks is necessary when you finally employ this person. It is also important, maybe depending on how long the person stays with you, maybe if the person has stayed with you up to 6 months, after 6 months, just go and check up again, or after 1 year, depending on how long they are with you. Health screening, very important, especially if the person you're employing is working with children or elderly people. It is important to do a routine medical checkup. Protect your household by requesting a full health screening for contagious diseases, general fitness, and where possible, mental well-being. Well, you will not even request for it. You take the candidate to the health facility yourself to do it, because if you request for it, anybody can just go and bring up something. Yes, I know agencies, they always do it, but even after the agency has given you the person's medical reports, I would advise you still go and do, because most of these agencies, they don't renew their, what's it called, their medical report. It's from the very first day the person has registered with them. Let's say the person registered with them in 2021. That's the same medical report they have from 2021. So it's important to do your own and make sure the person is clear of anything funky. Then, once that is done, you draft your contracts. Here, we always just employ people and we just use word of mouth to just state, oh, this is what it is, this is what it is. But do you know if it goes south, the person can actually turn on you? So it's important to draft out a contract, let them sign. Let your domestic staff sign. I have read through it, I understand it, I know the consequences of doing certain things. It should be signed and sealed. Let's stop doing things the old way. Let's start doing things the right way. So create a detailed contract specifying job responsibilities, salary benefits, work hours, leave entitlements, that is off days and holidays, and grounds for termination. Yes. Both parties should sign the document to avoid misunderstanding in the future. Like I said, we should stop doing things the way our parents did it or our grandparents did it when they were hiring domestic staff. Everything has changed. Anybody can take anybody to court these days. So let's be safe and keep ourselves safe. So once you've done this, time to set expectations and train the person. You welcome the person to your home and you train the person, you show the person around. This is your responsibility. These are the places you'll be handling. These are the things you'll be doing. Clear Give the person clear communication on your household rules, safety procedures, and your routine. walk them through their daily activities and provide any necessary training they need for maybe a sensitive person in the family with needs. You should provide them with that training. So you put them through like the first 2 weeks should be you putting them through step by step of what they should be doing, because your house is a new environment. They might know what they are supposed to do, but being in a new environment, you show them the places they are supposed to go, where you're not supposed to do. Oh, you can touch this, you cannot touch this. This is where I have food. This is where I put have toiletries, cleaning agents. Or we do laundry at a certain time. Foster a supportive work environment with your domestic staff. Yeah. Some people are really hostile, yes, with their domestic staff. I'm not telling you to be friendly with them or be playful with them. Respect each other's boundaries. Yes. That they are working with you doesn't mean they are less of a person. So you should foster a very supportive work environment, encourage open communication and regular feedback from them. Ensure your staff has adequate rest. This is where a lot of people miss it. Like you go to some houses, you see staff walking around the clock. I'm like, why? 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 They are also human beings. Like you see some staff sleep as late as 12 a.m. and by 5 a.m. they are awake again. No, that's not how it works. Your staff should have adequate rest. For living staff, for example, give them time off so that they don't get burnt out. Burnt out is a thing. That is when you see your staff putting things together. Sometimes they are burnt out and they are not doing these things on purpose. Like you just see maybe they've not cleaned somewhere. They've forgotten because they are stressed out. So give them adequate rest and time off because they deserve it. Build a relationship based on trust and respect. Yes, I know some people we employ are just wicked and evil, but then the ones that are good, we should treat them with respect and everything. Bringing a domestic staff into your household is a significant responsibility. By following these steps, you should have a long lasting relationship with a staff you are willing to bring to your house. So just do the right thing, treat people cautiously, and make sure you define what you want before bringing in a staff. That's all for today. Until next time. Bye.